now you'll be the freshest one. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another broadcast here on Zwift Community Live. Just heard a little bit of chatter here between myself and my teammates. I am actually just keeping that chatter in the background here. Didn't realize I had open mic. Sorry about that. But this is a Racer Focus, which is a series we do here on Zwift Community Live that's all about showing you the inside of a Zwift race. So I will be your host here on Mixer.com, and then of course also over at Twitch.tv. I'm checking on Facebook. We got about 2 minutes to go now until it all comes on. So looks like we've got all three services going. I'm all set to go here. About 2 minutes to the start. We got a flat course set up this morning. So we're going 4 laps of Watopia Reverse. So Watopia is a sort of fanciful land that they've created for us to ride on here. We're doing 4 laps of the flat course. So it's about 25 miles, 41 kilometers. We got a lot of hitters signed up here with 1 minute to go. I'm going to try to stay focused here on the racing as much as I can, because this is a good course for me to be successful in. And oh yeah, we have Aaron Dunn as well, so it's going to be tough. But sit back, relax, just watch me suffer. I'll try to let you know what's going on, but sometimes it just gets really brutal here in the racing. So it becomes too difficult to pay attention to the chat. But I will do my best. I got my team here on Discord. We're gonna try to do our best here and play our cards for the win. But there's some big hitters out in the race. So 10 seconds to go. Gonna be a really hard start here. So sit back and watch the fireworks. Really important to be in a good position here in the beginning, but you don't want to push too many watts because we got to go over a hill here in a second. A series of hills. So for the first 3 to 5 minutes, I'm going to be absolutely pinned here. So fighting to get into the draft and stay in it is half the battle. You can see the little rise in the road. Gotta push over that. Can really feel yesterday's 1 minute intervals right now. Can't let the watts dip, especially going into this hill here. Short little break as you go downhill. You don't have to push as much, so I take that opportunity. But I got to stay on it here. There's a false flat little gradient coming through the village. KRT boys on the front. My teammates. Get some good adversaries in this bunch. Some good rivals. See Aaron Dunn from Team WP Taz, Tasmanian team. They ride the Ingamba kit. So guys, this innovation guy is bonkers. It's part of the game. We just got to stay with him. So I'm just letting the team know kind of who our marked man is. Because the guy's been holding like 4.8 watts per kilo so far. No big deal for 5 minutes. But if he does that the whole race, that's a tough nut to crack. Aaron Dunn on the back here, just behind me on your screen, doing a great job surfing the wheels. James Hodges up the front, stringing it out. Gotta stay in position. Good. My job is to not get dropped, but to not use any energy. If possible. Hey, Bulk Equation. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, Angela. Let me take a second to read your question there. So, you're not getting enough resistance to get out of the saddle, Angela, and that depends on what kind of trainer you have. If you're following all the instructions for the trainer, I don't mean to sound like I'm telling you to read the instructions, but just make sure you're following the guidelines for that trainer on Zwift. If it's a wheel on trainer where you keep your wheel on and it's tire on there, sometimes they don't always have enough resistance to let you get out of the saddle. But you might have to tighten up the resistance unit a little closer. Otherwise, you could also move in the Zwift game, in the menu, move what's called the difficulty slider to the right. And what it does is, if you have a smart trainer, that will change the way the game applies resistance to your trainer. So it makes it more resistance in uphills and less resistance in downhills the farther it is to the right. So just keep that in mind. It's hard to troubleshoot though right now because I don't know what my heart rate is. I'm not going to look. I have a sticky note over it on my screen so that I can't see it. But if you message me, I'll be happy to try to point you in the right direction after the race. Hey, Fenary 94. So out of about 40 guys who signed up, we already have a huge gap. We already have a minute back to the closest rivals. We have another test coming up going into lap 2 here. Oh, it is toasty in this apartment. But I have to wear this shirt. Can't focus on that though. There's those little naggly things that take your mind off the task at hand, which for me right now is riding tempo. That's the task. He's done up on the front. Let's just stay close to Aaron. Aaron's just saving himself. So I'll try to do the same. A lot of these guys will just outright beat me in the sprint because they don't weigh 200 pounds, but they have just about the same power curve as I do. Gotta be careful though, you saw me playing games at the back there. See, we have a Kiwi rider in the bunch. That's cool. A Russian, Japanese, all sorts. Hans wants to know why I don't want to know what my heart rate is. Good question. It's because I'm prone to making decisions off the data. So when I see it, it adds to my pain. You know what I mean? If you like see it, your heart rate is 170 and you're not quite used to that, seeing that, then you're gonna kind of psych yourself out, be afraid to push yourself. So I cover it up now. And then I have it later in the data, and at least after one data sample of last Tuesday, I definitely went harder than I have in the past or recently when I did know my heart rate. Because I always, when I do races, say I average like 174, my max is 188, threshold's 168. So when you do like 174 for 50 minutes, I don't know, and you're not aware of that at the time, it's good not to be aware of that stuff sometimes. All right, here goes. Let somebody else chase, guys. So this part of the course really becomes like a full-on sprint. Every lap. But I did well that time. Got back onto the group. Didn't do too big of a surge. The SE is going to be hard again. So it's really about getting ready to that, getting yourself to that hill that comes after the sprint banner. Hi, Killer Dragon. Cutting chipset. Yeah, I'm trying. Sweet Crayfish is my biggest fan. All right. Yeah, feeling pretty good still. How about you guys? So yeah, we're just having a good chat about how we're feeling, doing team chat. Hey, Midget Tank. If you were born in 2002, Midget Tank, I'm 10 years older than you, which is a weird thing, because I'm pretty young. All right, like I said, going into the SEs here, this is this rolling hill section. Got to stay on top of it. Gaps can form. Got to stay on the pedals. No respite. Kind of like the pro racers. Do not panic. If you panic, you blow up and do too many watts. Send your heart rate too high. That's what we call blowing up. You see the power-ups coming out. Here goes Daffod. Good, good. Pin it, go. Trying to get respite here in the middle. This is the challenging segment because after this bridge, it's falls flat. Means they're looking for aero. Twee's asking for 500 watts. Not until I have to, Twee. This is a game of strategy, man. Thanks Hans on Facebook. Come on Twitch fam, where are you guys at? This is the spot. This little ramp. You really just got to keep it pushed. Because it never really flattens out, see? We're in lap 2 of 4. Not even halfway to go yet. People are riding pretty reserved, which means to me that means at some point it's going to get really hard. All right, who's feeling fresh? All right, just ramp it down. Let what's his name chase it. Black jersey, black kit going off. Here goes Luckman. Just hold the wheels. All right, ready for the counter. Watch the counter. Watch out. All right, compacto, compacto. Okay. Yeah, Techie Cab, that's right. Everybody's on. He's playing with the coattails, he's on. All right, I think we're gonna see more of this for a while. Silly surges, so let's just make sure nobody gets too burnt chasing them down. Take turns or something. All right, so we're in lap 2. We just had a pretty blistering attack by Hodges with 2 other riders trying to bridge, and then I marked them and the group got pulled back together. It's gonna be really hard here in a moment. After the flat, we have a little bit of a hill. We're going into a tunnel, right? So we have a little bit of a hill coming out. So I'm just trying to stay at the front, but keep it zone 2 if I can. It's all about finding places to recover while also not getting dropped. You can see it's a mental pace. 2 laps, we've already got close to 2 minutes on the closest chase. About a mile up the road from them. Once you get dropped, once you get dropped, you're not getting back on. So the tactics are a bit different than crow racing, where typically they're going for like 4 to 6 hours, even more sometimes. So nobody's really willing to like launch an attack they think can stick, because it's a long way to go. And people, they're going fast, but not so fast that some riders can't like drop back to the team cars, get drinks, get food, jackets, whatever, for the guys up the road in the peloton. But in Zwift, if you're dropped from this pack, because of the slipstream, you're done. So it becomes a war of attrition. Who is strong enough to stay with this group, and who the strongest one is first to the line. So that's kind of how the tactics work. Like right now, somebody could really be drilling it on the front and keeping the pace up, but because it's flat, it's much easier for everyone to be in the draft. So you can see in a moment we'll be coming to the climb. It's a little hill, but it doesn't drop off afterward. There it is. So it becomes difficult. Here goes an attack. Can't relax too much. We'll get him into the ramp. Don't worry about him. Be ready for a bridge effort that somebody else might make. So again, we're coming into the Essies. This is a rolling hill section. This is lap 3. Mark him, mark him. I'm back. We lost Peter, but he was fading. Sure. Hi, Victor. Sorry, guys, I had to stay focused. There. Really tough section. It's still going to be tough for about another minute. Here as we come through the village. So I'm working to stay in the slipstream because there's aerodynamic benefits. As soon as you're dropped from the slipstream, you're done. So it becomes really important to stay in position. All right, good position here, good position. Okay, we're all back together. One lap takes about 12 minutes. JWW is asking, or JW88. Is that a World War II reference? Junkers 88? Type of German bomber. Anyway. Yeah, we still got a ways to go. Just try to hang on. Maybe we can use it to hurt everyone else at some point. I'm in the same boat. Yeah, but if we could maybe line it out going into the base of the climb out of the tunnel, what do you guys think? Righto. So yeah, that last lap had some tough spots, but typically in this race so far, this portion where we're going down into the underwater section has been pretty laid back. We're going 30 miles an hour. Nobody's really pulling. So I think it's going to be really important to watch what Dunn is doing because he's been resting the whole time. Here goes. Just wind it up nice and steady. Here we go. Wind it up. Hey, lively. So yeah, it's been pretty relaxed except for Lookman's silly attack. If you can use that power up in the Essies to stay on. You might get a new one. We just don't want to pull an Astana here, you know? Yeah, guys, so if you're watching on Mixer, there's strategy to this, right? So if I go and I run off the front, then I have to push all the wind that I don't have to push right now sitting in the pack. So if I just stay in the pack, I can go fast without really having to do any work. So that's why you're not seeing anything exciting right now, but in about 30 seconds, we start the hard part of the lap. Where there are little ramps and climbs. Hi, okay. Learner 920. Sleepy Feather wants to know what game we're playing. This is Zwift. Check it out, Zwift.com. It is a virtual cycling platform, and this is a community broadcast. And this is a community race. So you're watching the front pack right now. We're in lap 3, about to start lap 4. Laps are about 6.8 miles or something. So we're about to go into the final lap. It's relatively flat, but if you look at the course profile in the top right, you'll see the gradient is about to kick up, and you'll see the hill right now. So excuse me for a moment because I shan't be able to talk. So I'm on a bike, same bike I ride outside. It's on a trainer that controls the resistance. So when I go uphill, it's harder. I don't think anybody's gonna TT. But it's gonna be hard here for about 5 to 7 minutes. Just hold that wheel. If it's not coming, it's not moving up, you're moving back, okay? Keep the power over the top of the hills. No respite until it's time. Just telling my teammates to stay focused on the job. We got 5 of us in this group. Thanks, Nathan. Okay, we got a little rest here, but now we're going back uphill. Just get over, let's all get into the ocean. We'll figure it out there. It's gonna be hard again for a second here. All right, we're in the lead bunch. Coming into the ocean. Final lap. 4 miles to go. Okay, you guys propose ideas. I'll say yes or no because I'm streaming. Okay, Daffod's last man. So maybe from like the rocks at the top of the hill. Okay, any volunteers? What? Here goes James winding it up. This is James' death pole. Hang on. Brian, if James swings off, you take it, and I'm after you, okay? Sticky, then we'll go, okay? Okay, that's your cue, Monty. This is a long way. Roger, roger. Got it. There we go. Here comes Dunn round the back. They're coming into the line. 200, 300. Pop it. Go, go, go. Empty, 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 empty. Just keep it strong. Go, 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 go. On Luckman, on Luckman. There you go. You got it. Go, 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 go. Come on, podium in sight. You got it. You got podium. All right. Not too bad. Not too bad of a finish for Daffyd. We worked together well. I almost threw up. So that's about as close as I like to get. Glasgow wants another lap. Nathan, if you're in there, is it cool if I pedal around for a while? I don't know if we're trying to do another race or not after this. But pretty happy with being able to being to stay with the group. I mean, we did well to reduce the bunch, so that's about all you can do. Oh. So anyway, I'm gonna focus on the stream now. So that's race done. Just casually pedaling across the line. But you'll see that in all sorts of races, all the way from amateurs up to pros. Basically where you'll see people just like cruising across the line like they don't care. Well, that's because they were working for a teammate to try to get a teammate into top position. So all right, good job everybody. Yeah, in pro races you'll see, or amateur races, whatever, you'll see guys pulling back across the line really slow. That's because they've done their job, right? So the team knows, you know, who can do what everybody's strengths are, right? So like in COD, you know somebody's a really good sharpshooter or whatever. Or if you're playing like, I don't know, some MMO, you know sort of what people are capable of. So you try to play that to your advantage. And that's what we tried to do today, because basically coming into that sprint, you know, I just can't, I basically have to do like 900 watts for like a kilometer. And that's just not possible for me. So it's because I weigh 200 pounds. So getting over those hills, I'm like doing 700 watts. And I'm just not used to, like I can do 700 average for a minute, but that's not after riding threshold for a whole hour. So yeah, that's kind of the situation. Do you get tested for drugs playing in this game? Yeah, like doping, right? No, you don't get tested, but the sort of the solution to the problem that we have is that like there's all kinds of people all over the world. They have all kinds of different ways to measure power, all kinds of, basically there's a lot of ways for foul play to occur in the races in these games. But at the end of the day, if you're cheating to win, you're only cheating yourself. You're not getting any gains from that. You're not getting fitness. You're not really pushing yourself to your true limits. You're not learning about your body's abilities. So the solution to that issue is having live racing, like e-games. So there's already been one. There's been 3 esports live meetups that are then broadcast across the world, where there's people like me, but stronger, right? Stronger versions of me that show up, and then you race 10 men and 10 women. They race at the same time against one another, and they're all weighed in the day of. They're all on the same trainer setup. So that's called the experimental race series. It's the Cyclogent Virtual World Cup. Sorry, I just had to get the branding right. And that has happened 3 times now. Once here in Virginia, in Roanoke. Once in Las Vegas at the esports arena there. And then once in London in the subway tunnel, in an old railway tunnel. So, yeah, Baby Autumn wants to know if you can go off-roading. Well, you can't go off-roading at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if they added it, but I don't know how much fun it would be because there's no steering. So the only steering I have is like to choose which route I'm on, but I'm not choosing like lines on the road. Like I can't swerve to the left side of the road, to the right, all that stuff. So Kazel wants to know, what is this? This is Zwift, the virtual cycling platform. It's a massively multiplayer online game where every avatar you see is being propelled by somebody like me that's on a bike. And this isn't a special bike. This is like the real bike that I ride outside. And I just did a virtual race run by the community. So we did about 25 miles. We were ripping each other's legs off. And now I'm just trying to cool down, answer your questions and all that stuff. But I have had a real good time doing it. Hey Stat Kim, I'm here on Mixer, paying most attention here. But yeah. Anyway, we're just hanging out. We had a great showing from my team. Yeah, the team came out in force. I think there were 6 of us at one point, all in the front bunch, working together for the best result. We figured Daffod had the best legs. James went really hard going into the downhill. Then Brian picked it up and kept it hard, the pace, and then I took it up the hill, which sort of split the bunch a little bit. We caught Aaron out. Aaron was out of position and he had to bridge up, so that was kind of cool. And then Daffod was our chosen man to go for a long range attack, and I don't know, he was up with the group, but it looked like he kind of got stuck on the front and he might have needed to go from the back and just kind of slingshot around everybody. But Daffod's more of a roller climber type, so he has really good like high power, but for a longer period of time, so he can't quite snap the way that some of the other guys up there can, you know, like pop a really high wattage to get a quick acceleration. He's more of a like rip your legs off on a hill kind of guy. So that's kind of what ended up happening, but it was a great race. I'm glad we all stayed up to the end. Kazel, they should chase you as zombies. That's pretty funny. Yeah, people have come up with all sorts of ideas for like different game modes. Pretty much this is sort of based around, it looks pretty gamey, right? It looks, you know, it kind of looks, the graphics are kind of like kind of late aughts, like 2008, 2009 sort of game, you know. It's kind of like Battlefield 1942 level graphics here, or even earlier than that. And it's really a fitness tool first, and it's not just for like people who are serious like me about racing. There's people on here like my dad who just goes like relatively slow for an hour, but it gets his metabolism going. He's not trying to race. He doesn't even do group rides. He'll just pedal around. And then there's, you know, workout modes, so you can like pick a structured plan, which is usually interval based. So if you've ever done like a spin class at the gym or any sort of cardio, a lot of it's based around that. Some of it's based around more advanced, like we know that your weakness is sprint power, so this training plan is for sprint power, and you'll follow the plan and it gives you like a calendar, and you'll do activities with prescribed wattages and stuff. So anyway, check out Zwift.com for more about it. There's a lot of YouTube channels that answer a lot of questions about the various tools. There's a Zwift community podcast called the Zwiftcast. All kinds of stuff, resources out there. Yeah. Oh man, Mixer seems like a fun place. I'm glad everybody's stopping by and hanging out. I definitely need some mod helping. Hey, Angry Junglist is hosting. Thanks for the host. Yeah, if you're just tuning in, basically I'm just extending my broadcast a little bit here. Hopefully that's okay. I think Nathan's asleep. Nathan Guerra, the man behind Zwift Community Live. And we can't forget Johnny Noblet, his production manager. They've put this together, and basically what we just did is I just did a race from my perspective. So you got to see me racing against other guys on course. We did 4 laps, and it was about 25 miles. There's all kinds of different courses in this game. I'm just cooling down right now and just hanging out, just chatting. And yeah, so we did a race. Nathan does commentary on races pretty frequently, actually, so it'll be kind of like maybe your more traditional esports style broadcast where he's sort of behaving like John Madden or Johnny Holiday or some major sportscaster, and he'll just commentate on what's going on. He'll give you all the stats, all the details, what's past results are for the racers. And yeah, usually Tuesday, Thursday at about 3 p.m. Eastern time. That's here in the U.S. He'll be on. And yeah, that's to broadcast the KISS EU series. There's other series like XRS. They all have their own little flair. But yeah, that's usually when he's online. And that's a different sort of segment. Pretty soon his wife might be coming on. I'm not sure though. I always say she's coming on, and then I miss the info. So that's probably pretty soon. So I'm gonna head out now and let Lindsay, if she is coming on, talk about life in cycling. Lindsay Guerra is Nathan's wife and a very accomplished mountain biker and accomplished mother and all-around cyclist. So that's a segment you might want to check out here, coming up here in about 6 or 7 minutes. I believe it might be at the top of the next hour. I don't actually know these things, but nonetheless, keep it locked. Give us a follow or whatever it's called here on the various platforms. Let us know what you think, and yeah, just get those notifications turned on, and you can just sort of see what we're up to here at Zwift Community Live. So once again, that's it for me. I'll put my schedule up. I'll be back Thursday, 6 a.m. Eastern, racing on a different course. We're doing UCI Richmond, so that is gonna be a hard one because it's very flat for a very long time, and then there's 3 brutal hills, and I will probably get dropped. So we'll see how that goes. But that's a different course, Thursday at 6 a.m. Eastern. I will be back. So put up the schedule here. Thanks everybody for joining. We'll see you next time.